Well, it's all set up for you, isn't it? Could be the best way for you to go out on a high as the Glamorgan captain on Saturday.
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for us. It's like you mentioned, from a personal point of view, it will be really special for me to win this trophy. But I think from a team perspective, over the last 3 or 4 years, we've built up quite a lot of momentum in white ball cricket. In the last 4 years, we've been in the quarterfinals 3 times. Unfortunately, this year we managed to sneak through. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So as a squad, I think we're pretty well prepared, and hopefully we can bring some silverware back to Cardiff.
Do you see this now as the priority cricket medium for Glamorgan?
I wouldn't say it's a priority. I think red ball cricket's always quite important. I think it was nice this week for quite a lot of our young Welsh players to get an opportunity up in Colwyn Bay. But I think world cricket, there's a lot of focus on T20 cricket these days. So you've got to make sure that you keep up with the pace.
You mentioned the young Welsh players. Many of them have spent the best part of the week up in Colwyn Bay. They're learning from you. They're learning from Colin and from the other players. Do you feel that responsibility on your shoulders to bring them through?
Yeah, I think it's part and parcel of what we do as more experienced, more senior players. Over the last few years, myself and Colin have spent a lot of time with the likes of Aaron Donald, Andrew Salter, Kieran Colson, Nick Selman. I think you always got to have a fine balance in your team dynamic between senior, or let's call it experienced players, because otherwise where do your young players learn from?
So Saturday, you're out early. Is it 10 o'clock, the first game? Where's your focus? Are you thinking about winning the tournament, or are you thinking about just getting through that semi-final?
No, I think it's important for us to get through that semi-final, otherwise we won't get to the final. But no, we will use both games if we do get to the finals in isolation in terms of our preparation. We set up pretty well as it is at this moment in time, so hopefully we can get through that first one.
You've played in a T20 final before, have you?
Back in South Africa.
Yeah, and how do you think it'll compare to this one?
Obviously, I think there's a lot more hype around the T20 finals down in the UK. When I played back in South Africa, it's quite a few years ago. So it's two different countries, two different experiences. But in my 9 years of playing county cricket, I've always wanted to play in the finals there. And fortunately, we have that opportunity on Saturday.
Yeah, and you played Birmingham Bears in the first game. Edgerton is their home turf. Is that going to be an advantage to them?
Yeah, potentially. But I do think the one thing we've done well this season is really focus on our own strengths. We'll obviously do our analysis on their players and so forth, but I can only suspect there will be quite a strong Glamorgan presence in the stands as well.
I've heard Hugh Morris, the chief executive, say last season when you went out in the quarter-final, your form was dipping. It's the opposite this season. You're on the way up. Do you concur with that?
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say dipping. I thought we had a bad day against Yorkshire last year. On the day, like looking back in hindsight, I just felt we weren't necessarily on our games. But this year has been a bit different. I think coming into the quarterfinals, we've built up quite a lot of momentum, and hopefully that will carry into Saturday.
You excited?
Yeah, 100%.
Good. Enjoy. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.